So hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well today. How did you survive everything? You did fine. You did just fine because you're prepared, honey. You know. So we're starting to attempt to hopefully bust out of this little winter storm that came through. Didn't get quite as cold as they early predicted it could. That was before we thought we were going to have any precipitation. And then I think the precipitation was less than what they thought. Now, last night we did have some icy, sleety stuff come in over all that we've got here, which is, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches, something like that. But we're doing good. We're already busting above freezing, so we have things to talk about. Give me a hug. Warm me up, baby. Mwah! Right? So let's talk about this. A lot of you are asking me, and I haven't said anything for I haven't said really anything at all about this yet. Haven't had an opportunity to. First things first, but kind of held off to sort of watch and see, and wow, it's revealing itself, isn't it? Sure is. So one of my tabbies is coming up here. I can't tell from a distance. That tail is up, so it could be Sister, but it might be Fritz. So we're on the driveway, and I've come back up just to make sure everything's okay. Oh, they're prancing down the driveway. So here's the deal. I had several of you ask me about what are my thoughts about what's going on in Los Angeles, California, etc. Why haven't I made a video on it yet, etc., etc. Here, I'll be honest with you. Number one, we've been really consumed with getting ready for all of this. Number two, I kind of wanted to wait and see how all that was going to shake out. I think you've already seen enough to know yourself what's going on. And well, I know that my opinion is probably going to offend some people because I'm going to say things that people don't like to hear. But I think it's things you need to consider. And, you know, it's not to offend anybody, but as my Papa Bear would say, sweetheart, baby girl, you should know you're the Indian now. Fritz, you handsome critter, you. I couldn't tell if you were your sister or what. Wow, you are handsome today in all this snow. You're purring so much. Yes, you are. Say hi, everybody. I'm doing just fine. My sisters are doing just fine. You look like a bobcat, huh? What's up with that today? Except for that big old tail. Well, this will work. This will definitely work. I've got my foot warmer here. Oh, those geese are upset. They know I'm up here. Listen to them, crazy birds. So here's the thing, folks. Do you think all of this that's been going on over the last couple of years is all just coincidence? All the things you've seen just catch fire. Really? Okay. Well, I mean, think about it. Maui, egg factories, well, they're not factories, but you know, your plants, your food plants, all the things that you've been watching. North Carolina, yeah, okay. So here's the question. You know, I'm just not going to argue with people. I mean, I'm kind of to the point where I'm like, if you can't see what's going on, I'm not really sure we can help you. I think most people at this point, okay, baby, I think most people at this point, pretty much, you cannot climb my leg. Cannot do it. I think most people with a brain kind of ticking back and forth in between their ears is kind of looking around going, what in the heck is going on? Yeah, I think they should be. And I think this proves that no one is exempt from whatever is going on, sweetheart. They don't care if you're old and gray like me. They don't care if you color your hair blue. They don't care if you vote blue, you vote red. You know, you're black pill, purple pilled, red pill. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care. I want to make a recommendation for you. And I know it's TV stuff, but I think it's good for some people. I would highly recommend, if you're kind of snowed in for a couple of days, you know, chilling, see if you can find a couple of movies to watch. I would highly recommend The English. You can stream that. It's called The English. I've recommended it before. It is adult. All of this is adult, so this is not for, you know, a 9-year-old to watch. I think it'd be really cool for you to watch The English. I think it's either 6 or 7 episodes. Love it. My Eli is named after Eli Whip. Watch it. Watch the attitudes. Watch what happens to people. Just watch. Just watch. I know it's a movie. It's a modern movie, but it's about, 1890-ish, but you should watch it. The next movie I want to highly recommend if you haven't seen it is Hostels. Now, it came out in like 2018. It's got a lot of key actors in it. I love that movie. It's very stressful, however. But if you watch it and you watch how things play out, yeah, you're probably going to learn something from it too. Another one that I find nice to watch, to learn from, you should, is Woman Walks Ahead. It's about Sitting Bull. Again, watch them. Because if I tell you to start digging into historical artifacts and books and things, if you start really truly reading about the attitude in terms of the Indian removal post 1818, etc., most people won't do that. So for me to tell, no offense to you, anybody out there, I'm just saying I know the odds are you would rather sit and watch a movie or two and go, wow, how are people's attitudes? How are things treated? What happened to Sitting Bull? What happened to in this era? And the thing is, you have to understand that it really started sinking in post 1818 when a lot of treaties happened. What I'm talking about is Indian removal and the attitude towards Indians. And there's people that even will come to my channel to this day, just to give you an idea, there's people that still have this type of attitude. As long as they think that their ideas or what they believe or how they were raised is supreme over someone else, then they don't care. They don't care about anything else. Now, most people in this day and age are not that way. I get that, and I will say that I agree with that. But there are some that will surprise you. And I was just talking to Mama Lou about this day before yesterday. I showed her a comment that I had, and I'm teaching. I'll just tell you, the attitude is, if you think differently, you're accused of being things that you're not. If you are of Native heritage, you are something that, they want to belittle. This is what you will see in this movie. And really what it boils down to is the attitude that you will see with conquering a nation, conquering and taking over a civilization, changing things. Well, how did they do that? Well, obviously there's different strategies of war with that. We've talked about this multiple times. It's still happening today, believe it or not. It happens, clearly it's happening. We have to, and it happened during World War I. It definitely happened prior to World War II, into World War II. It's dehumanizing people. Dehumanizing me, saying that I'm something or saying that you're something because you're X. If they don't like X, then you're all of these things because they have to dehumanize you, right? If you are of a political or of a religious belief, we have to demonize you and dehumanize you in order to justify taking over or having a genocide take place or taking over a nation, taking over a government. This is not me being political. This is me telling you historically how things go. So in terms of strategy, however, well, obviously in the past we had treaties. Specifically, I can speak with obviously the Cherokee, but the reason Cherokee Nation shrunk from the era of the Revolutionary War all the way up to 1838 is because you kept having treaties shrink it down, negotiations. And even folks that were Cherokee leaders during certain times, well, a lot of people historically now look at history now and will debate whether or not they were trying to do the right thing or not. I think a lot of them were. We can look back and go, why didn't they? They realized what they were up against. I've been to several seminars where you would hear people talk about this on different angles. And it's interesting because you have to go, I wasn't there. What would I have done? How would I have tried to save my people? Obviously, so a lot of them negotiated and with treaties and trying to negotiate and build relationships, but yet hang on to something. Well, you press far enough into time, there's only so much land you can negotiate for, right? Dude, you cannot, he's trying to, come here. Are your paws cold? Come here. So that's that. But once you push further up into mid-19th century, late 19th century, it was very simple. They were dehumanized. They were put into schools. You conquered that. And then the ultimate control source is the food. You burn them out and you starve them. Let me repeat that. You burn them out and then you can starve them. So just like in our area, I mean, you had a lot of situations where during the Revolutionary War, even post-Revolutionary War, see, a lot of the Cherokee had sided with the British. They had. And that became a problem for the colonies. That became a problem for the frontier. Privately, all these men and women and people and things mixed, got along for the most part. There were incidences we know of, but overall, when you're in war and it's a do or die death situation, you go with the flow. And so that continued all the way up past the Civil War, actually. But what you saw were reservations being developed and the control method of that. And then, of course, you have to take the food sources, which we know historically, especially for the Western Plains, it was obviously the buffalo. That was the main food source. So then there's no food source. You stick them on a reservation, and then you basically dictate to them what they're going to eat. This is why I'm telling you to watch some of these movies. I want you to see it for yourself. I mean, I know it's a movie, obviously. You pick or choose what you want to do, but you'll obviously see that. So you have to question, have people really changed? Have things really, really improved? Maybe people in general have, but when you look into control coming from a government or a main institution, no, they're going to use the same methods over and over. So what do I think? I think these are things that you should be evaluating, thinking of. Why would you be any different? I personally don't think I am or you are. Doesn't matter if you voted for Trump or not, if you voted for Kamala or not. Doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Bottom line, if they want what you've got, if they want where you are, if there's something valuable there that they feel they need to get ahead with their society, their plans, their civilization, their cities, well, honey, you're just in the way, aren't you? That's what I think. I'm not saying anything did or did not happen in any of these situations. I'm just saying when you evaluate situations in the past, why would it be any different today? So that sums up what I think about Maui, Ohio, North Carolina, and Tennessee. I've been there. Go step your foot in some of these disaster areas for just a day, a couple of hours, and you tell me if you think it's all nature. I'll leave that up to you. That's all I can say about it. So what can you do? Prepare your mind and your heart. Learn skills. Expect anything and be prepared for anything, and teach the younger generations well, very well. Those 3 movies, Hostels, Wes Studi is in it. It's good. Woman Walks Ahead, love it. And then there's a series called The English. I think you'll like it. Again, adult, but I don't know. Might make you evaluate history. If you want more recommendations for things to learn in the past, I can talk about it. But how many people are paying attention to it? People know things are going on. They just don't understand fully how it relates to them. But I think it's pretty fair to say Russell Means had a lot to say about things like this, didn't he? We're all on the reservation now. Yep. He summed that up beautifully. Made a video or 2 about that. And then, like I said, Papa Bear, who I talk about a lot in my videos, he pulled me aside a couple years ago and said, "Baby, you're the Indian now." Yes, I am, but you know what he meant. No disrespect to my brothers and sisters out there. Just understand that no matter who you are, where you are, how you think you're guarded from a government, even within a government, believe me, they don't care. Sad to say. So keep doing all the things. Like, subscribe, and share. Pray, prep, and be peaceful. We're we're going to go have a bite to eat for lunch. I love you guys. I hope this answered your question. I'm not being nonchalant about it. I'm just to the point where I go, another example is right here. And I hate to say I told you so, but I think we did. You guys know that. You're smarter than me. Just keep doing all the things, guys. And keep praying really, really hard. Really, really hard. Pray, prep, and be peaceful. Like, subscribe, and share. Here come the geese. I better get going. I'll see you guys. Stay warm. See you on the next video. Come on, Fritzy. You're not in that big of a hurry today, are you, buddy?